It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. There's not a great deal of support for a proposal to merge some of the Hunters councils. Local mayors have slammed an IPART report recommending Newcastle amalgamate with Lake Macquarie and Maitland link up with Dungog after they were found to be unfit for the future. They now have 30 days to put forward a good reason as to why they shouldn't merge. However, Port Stephens Council has passed with flying colours, and Deputy Mayor Chris Doohan says it means they can continue planning for the future.
Absolutely. Now we can just continue keeping on doing what we're doing, and which is, doing the best we can for the ratepayers of Port Stephens.
Staff and students at a Lochinvar school are furious after vandals went on a rampage, leaving a damage bill of more than $25,000. A gang left a trail of destruction at the All Saints College St Joseph's campus on Sunday morning, breaking windows, destroying lockers, water coolers and lights, as well as damaging the back field. Police are appealing for help from the public to identify those responsible. CCTV footage has already helped them identify one of the alleged culprits. A number of Dungog residents are still without a permanent home 6 months on from April's superstorm. 3 people lost their lives and more than 80 homes were damaged when water engulfed the town. Many of the affected residents were living in the assisted living complex Allison Court, which remains damaged despite tenders for the rebuilding closing earlier this month. Manager of the Dungog Shire Community Centre, Sarah O'Brien, says people need to be mindful of the difficulties some residents are still facing.
People need to really be mindful of the fact that people are going to emotionally respond to the circumstances in their own unique way, and we need to be able to support people through that process and make sure that everyone recovers to the best of their capacity from the events of 21st of April.
An alleged Mayfield East drug dealer remains behind bars after being arrested on supply charges. The Herald reports Danny Svetanovsky didn't apply for bail, with his case adjourned until December. It's claimed he supplied more than 100 MDMA caps between February and March this year. He's the latest arrest from Strikeforce Rupus, which is focusing on the supply of ice and amphetamines in the Hunter. A forum discussing the poverty and inequality across Australia is being held in Newcastle tonight. Pushed to the Margins is being hosted by the St Vincent de Paul Society at City Hall from 5:30. The forum is in response to last week's Anti-Poverty Week. Vinnie's Maitland Newcastle Executive Officer Denise Lucas says the community can get involved at the event tonight.
We have 6 panellists who are experts in the social services field. So people are welcome to come along. We'd really encourage people from the corporate and political fields to come along and think about possible solutions and, be aware of what the situation is for many people living in poverty.
Construction has only just begun on the Addition residential tower at Honeysuckle, but all 71 apartments have already been sold off the plan. The Herald reports Colliers International has also signed on as a major tenant for the commercial building being constructed next door. It's expected the 2 buildings will be finished by late next year.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
Jets captain Nigel Bogard has entered the player welfare debate, asking for players' health to be put first. It comes after goalkeeper Mark Birighitti copped a blow to the face in last week's clash with Sydney FC, shattering 4 of his teeth and leaving him with 40 stitches. Bogard says the emphasis should be on protecting the players.
When someone's put in harm, regardless if it's an accident or not, I think it needs to be looked at a lot more seriously.
Hunter Stadium has received the tick of approval from Professional Footballers Australia. The Turton Road pitch has been given an overall rating of 4 out of 5 this year, its best ever score, and a huge step up from last year when it was nominated the worst field in the A-League. And Knights Chief Executive Matt Gidley says rookie prop Pat Vaivai has not re-signed with the club, despite conflicting reports. The Knights are disassociating themselves from Vaivai after he was charged with assaulting a police officer during a brawl in Brisbane. He's due to appear in Brisbane Magistrates Court on November 9. 2 RFM News Time, 26 to 9.